Good morning, farmers. It's Saturday, the 16th of March, and the sun's coming up in the east. This is the west, but I always like the way it looks. I realized I'm coming out of my chemo fog. It came over me all of a sudden yesterday. I guess maybe day before yesterday, I don't know. Obviously that's still here, but the time thing. But seriously, the thing was, last year when I did my tomatoes a year foot apart like I always do, and then I let them get out of control because I couldn't remember how to prune them, and it was just so weird. But everything about last year was weird. But, it's the first year here, and it was the first year out of cancer treatment, finally, after, 6 years and some odd months. So, I don't know. It's just really weird, but I was sitting there, and I was I was pruning the tomato plants. I sat down just to, because this snow is depressing. And so I was sitting there and I was just pruning them. And all of a sudden I realized I was pruning them. And there you go. Next thing you know, I had all my tomato plants pruned. And I will include a little thing on this to tell you how to do it. It was weird, but it was awesome too, and I'll tell you about that in the next video snippet. Hi, farmers. Well, still Saturday, and I came in here to show you what I did. These are the ones I transplanted. I ran out of dirt, and so I took the best and the biggest. The New Jersey Giants, those are the biggest ones, and they really are pretty big and pretty cool. But anyway, this is about pruning. So I was sitting here. I was, I didn't really realize what I was doing when I started. I just started to mess with the tomatoes because I get kind of stir. So I come in here and I sit with the tomatoes. And I started pruning them, and I was almost all the way done before I realized that I had even started doing it. Last year I had so much trouble with the tomatoes getting so wild, and I couldn't remember why. Okay. I couldn't, it was weird because I was in that chemo fog. I thought I was pretty much out of the chemo fog. Technically, I was still in chemo treatment. Well, I was in chemo treatment for 6 years and something, but, I only was in chemo itself for like 2 years, 2.5 maybe. I don't know, it's hard for me to remember. Anyway, so, oh gosh, my head's getting stuck on that again. Okay, so, I quit when I finally finished all of it, and I moved in here within 2 weeks. So this time here has been completely out of the cancer drugs, completely out of the hormone treatment. Tamoxifen. That stuff just kills everything in your body, hormone wise. So it was like you remember those old clock radios with the numbers that just would flip? It was like that. I'd be trying to think of something, and remember how when the numbers got stuck, it'd be like click, 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 click. That's what it was like. It was like having that right behind my right eyeball. I could almost have the thought, but it was just not there. So my hands just did the work, and then it came to me because I've had such a crisis in my confidence of doing stuff because, everything was just so different. So here I was doing all this, and I'm going to tell you why right now. See, under here, we're going to be able to plant these 1 foot apart. And they're not going to go crazy like the last year's did. Because we're going to just do this. So we have to keep everything off the bottom. Now for production tomatoes, you know how I told you we have to do the trees, we have to prune the trees? For production, we have to prune tomatoes for production too. So what we do is you look for a bloom, you look for the first juncture after that, and you look for the one that looks out of place. And you cut it off. See? That doesn't have any blooms yet. There we go. There's another one. And that is what's going to give us a lot of growth. Just since I did these things have just shot up. And but that's what I wanted to show you. And I will go to the small tomatoes now. Okay, here we are. I'm going to put this on today, so all as a compilation again. And these are the Bavarian pink or German pinks. They look a lot different under different colored lights than they do under those LED ones over there. But I'm going to get this all straightened out eventually. Well, actually, they're going outside in a month, but I still have a lot to do. Now, this is the part where it's at the danger spot. Because you got to keep up with this. If they need repotting, you got to repot them. They need room, you got to get your stuff together and get your room out. So that's what I'm doing. I've got this whole family room thing filled with light banks. And I'm hoping to put it off a little while longer, but if I have any more money at the end of well, not the end of the month, I go through all my money at the beginning of the month, and then if I have anything left, I'll buy a light or two. But next year I will have all these lights all figured out and perfect, so that it won't be like this. You know, I'm going to rearrange those two fat bottom ones and with these skinny ones, because those skinny ones are a lot brighter. So anyway, that's it. I will get this online today, and you farmers have a great week, and I will catch you up with the rest of the stuff as it happens, which will be more compilations until something starts happening. So, alright, see you later, farmers.